ones that was curious about the heart thumping, heart tapping, I did post up. I was able to get a screenshot of it, and I posted up the results. And somebody was asking about, I don't know who it was that asked about the how it done, and I was, as far as, do you make anything off of it? And I'm like, no, you don't make anything off of that per se. But what it does add is, it helps your reach out, right? So now I don't remember hearing that many subscribers go through during that live stream, but we gained 20 subscribers during that live stream. Now I don't remember hearing that many go through, but just because I didn't hear it don't mean that it didn't happen. I don't know. There's times that I got out of the truck. I did hear a few of them go through, but I didn't hear many. Yippee! So, and now it's unfortunate that they don't show me who does the tapping, but I'm just here to tell you, the ones that was really slapping that thing, they know who is doing it. Yeah, okay.
Welcome back, long distance travelers.
So we got us that was a lot of interaction with it, and the subscriber count went up 20 just during that live stream, just during that particular live stream. Now, whether they all come from that live stream or not, I don't know, because like I said, I did hear a few new followers, but I didn't think that I heard 20. So I'm gonna go with 129 per minute. And now, how long was that stream? Was it it was almost 6 hours at 47,000 taps. Now that's all of, not 50,000 taps was all of them combined. It was 50,944 combined taps. That means everything: hearts, hats, 100s, and I think the stream was
Set 527.
the stream was 5.5 hours.
Set LOL.
That was like 10,000 taps per hour from you guys, from the ones that participated. That's astronomical. I never imagined that. Never would have thought that. Y'all done awesome, man. I think that's gonna be a hard record to break. I'm not saying it will be a hard, but I feel like that might be a hard record to break.
Ghost of the Now. Set not tardy. I was watching the meetup.
Heck yeah.
Set all in.
So, I've already got it weighed. If you want to throw your guesses in on the weight, go ahead.
Said I told you. We understood the assignment.
I reckon so. Reactions busting out the windows.
Said hello again, Bobby.
Hello. So I got some of them M&M peanut butter and jellies. I'll try them later. I'm not gonna try them right now. But I've already weighed it, so if you want to throw in your guesses on the weights, go ahead.
Said 52,000. WYO.
Y'all a bunch of outlaws,
said
man.
62,680. Geo 79. Said hello 7,500. turned blue on last stream. Mr. Cheese.
Your heart turned blue.
Said 420.69.
Ah, come on now.
John Gayan. Said 12,000 steer, 26,000 drives, 25,000 tandem.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and announce the weights. If you want your weights in there, throw them in there right quick before I get to the gross total weight.
Drew Walker. Said hi.
Hello, Drew. Don't bother me with Watusi
Said
row right
hey,
now.
everyone.
All right, we got 11,920 on the steers, 32,900 on the drives, 33,560 on the trailer for a grand total of 78,380 pounds. Now, I could slide the tandems one hole backwards and even the drive and the trailer up, but it's not necessary, so I'm not going to worry about it. One hole would even them up, though.
Buddy Reed. Said there goes Lyle's hay.
All right. Y'all ready? Let's get on down the road. How about it? Now, we're not going to make it all the way to El Paso today. That's a 10.5-hour ride from here. And, well, you know, we've already run half of our day getting here. So we're not going to be able to make it all the way to... Now, had we started out from here, then we probably could, but...
Drew Walker. Said Watusi roll Haver.
Dang it.
Mr. Cheese.
I told you Haver's
Said
sick,
hope you have a safe
man.
trip, brother man.
Don't be fooling with
Chris
Haver.
Bryant. Said drive 1,500 miles
Somebody-
and one day, Bobby, you can do it LOL.
Somebody grab Drew and Watusi roll him out the window for me.
Best boss ever. Said Sheesh.
Jeez.
CW your shark. Said storm chasers have been out for over an hour. They are over 100 miles north and west of you. Drew Locker. Said Watusi roll.
Oh no, you don't get to Watusi roll yourself. Somebody's got to do
Said
it for you.
time to get heck out of Dodge. Edward S. Said when is your drop off?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't even look, man. I didn't even look. It can't be today.
Penny McCannich. Said hi Bobby and everyone.
Penny, how you do? Somebody grab Pooh Eye by the ear and Watusi roll him.
Buddy Reed. Said if that would only work. WYOBT. Said hiya Penny. WYOBT. Said true you're done. Said no. DSAR Livestream.
Ooh, look at that
Said
tank,
are we
man.
out of Dodge yet?
No,
Penny McCannich.
we're just now starting out,
Said
man.
hi WYO. Me. Said good morning from Albuquerque. Number
You're-
65.
You're just stuck, Pooh Eye. You're stuck, man.
MTGC number 95 of South Africa. Said good afternoon Bobby and everyone else I am back.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
D.I. Lassa D.O. Said face orange raised eyebrow. WYOBT. Said me buddy Jeetsy. Chris Bryant. Said how many miles can you legally drive in a day?
I've on the ELDs, I've legally drove 800
Said Watusi roll.
ish.
Gary Watson. Said Drew Watusi roll.
Oh, Gary Watson, Watusi rode you right out the window.
Robbie Batista. Said happy Sunday fun day.
Pooh Eye went out the
Susan S.
window.
or Biscuit. Said Watusi roll Drew.
Oh,
Robbie Batista.
Biscuit, Watusi rode you right out the window. Dang
Said
it.
hello WYOBT. MTGC number 95 of South Africa. Said Velociraptor. Hello.
Tootsie Roll, but they win.
Meg. Said hello, Biscuit. Robbie Batista. Said hello, Bobby.
Hello, Robbie. How you doing? Just a friendly reminder, ladies and gentlemen. I know the Dirty 30 hangs out with us, but if you've not got that thumbs up button yet, smash it, mash it, punch it, kick it, dick it. We do not care how you do it. Stop smurfing on it.
WYOBT. Said Susan Harthands. Drew Locker. Said want to scroll man.
You ain't strong enough to watch Tootsie Roll, anybody.
Said VR. Buddy Reed. Said click it or ticket. Me. Said Marty Buddy. Jerry McCann. Said the bookless mirror ain't above.
What? Y'all have to speak up a little bit. I got the window down and it's hard to hear.
Buddy Reed. Said hello, Susan. Tammy Reagan. Said I just punched it, Bobby.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Said Bobby Choppa.
Get to the chopper! Somebody.
CW Sharp. Said 82 likes 14 minutes. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said hi, Bobby and gang. Doug mostly lurking and throwing out hearts for me. Buddy Reed.
Hey, yeah.
Said funny Bobby. Speak up. Mr. Cheese. Said what? We can't hear you, LOL. Speak. Louder. Robbie Batista.
Speak louder,
Said good,
please.
I just had lunch by the San Carlos Airport in the Sky Kitchen, Bobby.
Heck yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed. Dang it, man. That wind is... It's still kicking. I can still feel it.
Me. Said morning, Susan. How sweet you throwing out for me face red heart shape. Josie Krause. Said hello again, Bobby.
Josie, how you doing?
Mr. Cheese. Said what's the winds if you know.
I don't have no idea, Mr. Cheese. I know they're pushing me to the... Well, they're coming out of the south. Pushing pretty good. That means we'll be fighting the wind. Once we turn right up here on 283, we'll be fighting the wind for God knows how long. I probably won't never be able to get up to speed. That is one thing that does affect the speed on these trucks.
Flag of South Africa. Said Susan S. How you doing, my friend? BR. Said BT Otter. Me. Said high wind warning here until 8 o'clock.
I don't know if we got that bird earlier or not. I didn't look to see if he was stuck in the bumper. He was fighting the wind, wasn't going nowhere.
WYOBT. Said a simple Google says winds between 22 to 36 miles per hour on Dodge City.
22 to 36. Yep. You can see the major. Oh, the super trucker in here. He sent me a picture of the
said LOL Bobo. Yep, right out the window.
that Charlie Weed or whatever it was.
Said Bobby cannot hear us, he is getting older. We will have to start typing in capitals like we do for Ernie soon so he can hear us.
Lord have mercy,
Mr.
man.
Cheese. Said I'm sure I've asked before. I'd your truck govern. Gary
It's
Watson.
governed at 70.
Said I think he made it. Mr. Cheese. Said that's some serious wind. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said bird in the bumper. Sounds like a possible song.
Bird in the
Susan
bumper.
S. or Biscuit. Said face blue smiling you.
But
You goof that stuff.
whatever that
Susan
Charlie
S.
stuff
or Biscuit.
was that we was
Said
talking
email.
about earlier.
Said if I could. 5 hours at 129 hearts per minute equals 38,700 hearts.
Dang it.
PH in Bayou City. Said if you can't cut through the wind, ride like the wind. Susan S.
He sent me a
or
picture of it, and
Said Nick Leo.
yeah, I know what that stuff
Smiling
is.
face with 3 hearts, smiling face with 3 hearts. Martin Trejo. Said hello, Mr. Bobby.
Hello, Mark. How you doing?
Dangleberry Sports Highlights.
too, man. 283.
Susan S. or Biscuit said, "Hey, Mr. Buddy." Smiling face with 3 hearts.
Yeah, we're pushing right into it now. We may get up to speed sometime.
MTGC number
May not.
95 of South Africa.
For the next 18
Said
miles
Susan
anyway.
S. Hang out the window loud, have mercy, LOL. Susan S.
have
or
mercy.
Biscuit said, "Face blue smiling me, yeah. Love to you." Martin Trejo said, "High five to you, Mr. Bobby."
High five,
WYOBT
man.
said, "Sounds like Highway 283 to me." Kevin Towler said, 99 likes.
99, let's go.
Said 99 likes, let's go.
Let's do this. Let's go.
Susan S. or Biscuit said, "Face blue smiling Bobo." WYOBT said, "Boom."
Boom.
CW
You
Sharp
guys
said,
and gals,
101.
ladies and gentlemen are
Said, "Wow,
freaking
Susan. Make me
awesome.
feel old."
Thank you so much
Edward S.
for the first 100
Said
thumbs
boom.
up right here at the Ride Along Gang. Really do appreciate it. Snatch some salt from the salty crew. Butter up that popcorn. Enjoy the rest of the ride. Now we do
Said, "Fluffing bunches, eyes
love the
pink heart
Misfits
shape."
around here. How much do we love the Misfits? Freaking bunches. 19 minutes, man. 100
Susan
thumbs
S.
up.
or Biscuit
I think that's about what we
said,
got
"Face
this
blue
morning.
smiling buddy." Mew. Not at all, Doug, just being polite. Trucking
Mew.
USA Travels. Thanks for following.
Well, thanks for following again, Trucking USA.
Buddy Reed said, click it, or ticket." CW Sharp said 108. Wesley Carr said, "Good afternoon, Bobby, safe travels."
Good afternoon, Leslie. I'm not real sure why people unsubscribe for.
James
I'm not real
Ewing
sure about that.
said, "Dang it, I thought you're going east, LOL."
We're going south right now. I do like that she reads them out because
James Ewing said, "Hey, BT Susan."
it's interesting to see who all resubscribes on Everstream or Everstream that they want to talk
Susan
on.
S. or Biscuit said, "Howdy, James." Jerry McCann said, "Wilbur and Orville be on wheels." Kevin Towler said, "Popcorn yellow stripe smile, popcorn yellow stripe smile, popcorn yellow stripe smile." Mr.
Smiling
Cheeks
good.
said, "So 0 to 60 eventually."
Eventually, yeah. Right. Maybe never. Now we're at 63 right now. My foot's on the floor.
James Ewing said, "Crazy windy." Pumpkin Queen said, "Safe travels."
Thanks,
The
Pumpkin
girls
Queen.
say, "It was nice to meet you."
It was awesome
They
to
will
meet
tell
you
all
guys.
their friends they met a real-life YouTuber and
Heck
show
yeah.
them the video.
Heck yeah.
CW Sharp.
Thank you for coming out. I do appreciate that. You guys just don't realize that I do how much I appreciate y'all coming out
Bruce said, "Person turcow eyes waving, person turcow
and getting to
eyes
meet up
waving,
with us.
person turcow eyes waving, person turcow eyes
And man, let me tell you what, they had
Said
some
Martin
excitement.
Queen. Awesome seeing y'all. WYOBT said, "Yay, Pumpkin Queen. Your sign and kids were awesome."
And I'll definitely, hopefully it's readable, but I'm definitely going to cut that turn where they was holding the sign. I'm definitely going to cut that into a short.
CW Sharp said, "Thank you, beautiful ladies. It was a lot of fun."
So not only did they get to meet a a YouTube live streamer,
Buddy Reed.
they get to be featured
Said
on the
Pumpkin
channel
Queen, hello.
twice.
See, Bobby is nicer in person. Evil Engelsvik too. Said hello.
Hello.
Susan S. or Biscuit. Said super fun meetup Pumpkin Queen. WYOVT. Said it's readable. Buddy and I got a screenshot posted in RAG bookface.
Heck yeah.
Desert
Heck yeah.
Rat. Said howdy everyone. CW Sharp. Said it was perfect for a picture.
Heck yeah.
Said morning Desert Rat. RLT78. Said I'm glad I caught the meetup this week. Texas Railroad Furnace. Said now we're officially out of Dodge. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said howdy D-Rat. Eric 719. Said howdy gang. Me.
Eric, how you doing?
Said morning RLT.
We actually picked up the speed pretty good to be running against the wind.
Said morning Eric. RLT78. Said hey me. Eric 719. Said morning me.
So yeah, I got some of them M&M peanut butter and jellies. I'm gonna try them on the stream. I don't know if it'll be today or tomorrow or when it might be, but I'll definitely try them on the stream for you
Said
guys.
let's celebrate the meetup.
Heck yeah.
Texas Railroad Furnace. Said one outlaw was shot and another was thrown out of town. Pumpkin Queen. Said woo hoo. My mom and kids enjoy being famous. Kevin Towler. Said hey Bobby, wear fine shorts you post.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Eric 719. Said nice meet. Susan S. or Biscuit.
you give that a membership. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That is awesome. Now it'll be labeled Misfits in the Wild
Said
though.
nice meet.
That's how I label all of those videos as Misfits in the Wild. Maybe. I might not label it. Yeah, I'll label it. Well, we'll see. We'll see. And it was awesome that y'all went to the pilot, because I always go to the pilot when I run into Dodge City like that. I always go to the end of the pilot to shut my stream down. I don't shut it down, going down the road like I do a lot of other places. I always drive into the pilot and then shut it down. That was awesome that y'all beat me there and was able to do that. Between streams, an hour and a half, I'm not sure, maybe 45 minutes. So I found the trailer pretty decently easy.
Cal Tim. Said a cold bonus. Jackie T. Said looking like a nice evening. Kevin Towler.
Indeed.
Said 132 likes.
132, let's go.
Said didn't seem long at all.
Yeah, it wasn't too long. There wasn't a whole lot of space in it, but just quick enough for me to drop it, find it, do the pre-trip, the post-trip,
Said morning Cal Tim.
and then weigh it.
Buddy Reed. Said Pumpkin Queen, was that your mother and not you at the truck stop?
again?
Cal 10.
Today?
Said white rice.
Oh, I got you. No, cotton, man, cotton.
Me. Said 39 gusting to 48 on west side Geo.
Oh, that was close. I think he pooped a little bit.
Geo 79. Said wow. Gary Watson. Said LOL. Deborah Warner. Said yes I did. I am really enjoyed my picnic and being out there. We have a lot of fun. Of course I stopped myself. LOL.
I know.
Alice Usher. Said hi Gary.
Alice, how you doing?
Cal 10. Said in a hurry. Rick.
Looks like it.
Said what's up geeks. Hello boss Bobby. Deborah Warner. Said I hope the last chat was doing okay. I know if somebody was talking a
How's it
different
going?
language and wasn't talking very well to you guys. Mr. Cheese. Said hey Rick. Gary Watson. Said hi at Alice Usher. Me. Said morning Rick. Me. Said morning Alice. BH in Bayou City. Said did that truck just speed by Bobby?
Yeah, he sure did, man.
Said hi Rick, did you see post? Long Island.
Oh, yeah, did you see the post, Rick?
Said hey Rick. Alice Usher. Said hi me. Cal 10. Said hey Rick. Jackie T. Said oh yeah I forgot to say hi to Nick and pink waving. Long Island D. Said hi WYOBT. Mr. Cheese. Said how fast is he going? Yes.
Oh, what do we got up ahead?
Deborah Warner. Said I even had one of my t-shirts on that said I'm thinking, and I sure was LOL.
2-engine
Rick.
lead.
Said no. WYOBT.
Go look at the post, Rick.
Said hi at Long Island D. Cal 10. Said WYOBT. Dennis Mechanic. Said hello Bobby. Scuba Master. Said me you got everything done Sony does not have to leave. WYOBT.
Dennis, how you
Said
doing?
Cal 10.
We're just going to catch the end of it. Oh, it's the Union Pacific line. Or it's a Union Pacific DP anyway. Double stacks, auto racks, and I don't think it's anymore. It's double stacks and auto racks.
Brad Sprain. Said windmills and grain silos. We must be in reconnaissance. Hey Bobby.
Brad Brand, how you doing?
79. Said I see the train barley.
It's about to be gone, man.
Said Bobby posted a screenshot of our record of hearts. Me. Said morning scuba.
Yeah.
Still doing laundry and G9 and Racco start dinner soon.
Too bad we didn't get here just a touch sooner.
Said hey Bobby, just saw your new post 49 minutes ago. I'm confused on that. What are you showing in the post?
It's called, that's reactions,
said
JHH.
cool beans, don't forget to stop.
You see those,
Said I'm your 153 like BTW.
Thank you. You see the little heart down there in the bottom right corner, JHH?
Jonathan. Said darn, could have done rail fanning, LOL.
That thing was, was touched. Oh, y'all made up on the 100. Y'all made up for it from the last time, you know, because I said the previous one was just y'all barely done anything on the 100.
Soul Dasher Jones. Said cool.
Made up for it on that one.
Deborah Warner. Said that was a short choo-choo. Rick.
It was about a half a mile.
Sweet.
About a half a mile long, I think. We just got here at the tail end of it.
Me. Said holy truck. 47K. Love it. JHH. Said yay. Mr. Cheese. Said average. WYOBT. Said the driving range was packed. We went to lunch and ended up at
when the one said rainbow, I was like, what? What are you talking about, rainbow? I guess y'all probably couldn't hear me. I could hear y'all, but I guess y'all couldn't hear me.
Buddy Reed said this will be different. We can listen to the stream. EH in Bayou City.
Oh, could you hear me?
Said that now. JHH. Said I think YouTube found Sheriff Bobby in his tracks.
No.
Jackie T. Said face green smiling, face green smiling. Mr. Cheese. Said someone go adjust the rabbit ears to the left. Deborah Warner.
This has concluded
said,
today's broadcast.
Commercial or whatever it is. Gary Watson. Said no.
You couldn't hear me? Okay. Yeah, that's supposed to be a privacy screen. It's supposed to, that particular screen is supposed to mute it and everything, I think. I don't know what causes it, what's been causing it to do that.
Scuba Master. Said I think who I did it. Rick. Said congrats on chat for the record-breaking thank you very much all. B. Said was waiting for national anthem. JHH. Said the gun beat actually worked as intended LOL. Brad Spring. Said I was waiting for Teach Star Spangled Banner.
Dang it.
Susan S. or Biscuit. Said Facebook smile on Scuba.
Alright, now we got the wind pushing against us again.
Cal 10. Said it's Biscuit's fault.
Biscuit? Feels like it.
Said those colors took me back to my hippie days. Brad Sprain. Said that just means we are old.
Dang
Kids
it.
don't know TV used to go off at midnight.
Right,
Rick.
right.
Said YouTube subs I leave and watch stupid stuff on the web with my subs and site waited for you, Bobby, and it didn't show when you started.
Well, maybe. I don't know. Check your notifications. If you've got them on, turn them off and turn them back on.
Said Meg was reading my post when that screen went up.
I think I broke it post.
WYOBT. Said I got a notification this time. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said hey Scuba. Smiling face with 3 hearts. JHH. Said Bobby just did not want none of our business anymore, LOL. Mr. Cheese. Said YouTube messed with notifications a lot for whatever reason.
Just a little bit,
Said
because
we
we've
had
not
a
even been
technical
running an hour.
difficulties with the live stream on the stage. It's okay. Everything is plugged back in according to Meg. At least Meg is bulletproof. Rick. Said nice me. Scuba Master.
Did
Said we
me,
found the cheese.
did me gift out a membership?
Susan S. or Biscuit. Said nice me. John the Beagle Dad. Said yeah, I did some gym time. Me. Said enjoy Mr. Cheese. John the Beagle Dad. Said trying to work off stress to sleep tonight. Scuba Master. Said and cut it. Mark Burns. Said greetings all road trippers, road runners, road warriors, and ride-alongs.
Mark
Soul
hated.
Dasher Joni. Said missed. D. Michaels. Said good day Bobby, just lurking today at work.
D, how you
J.
do?
Change. Said Bobby, where
Don't
was the
work
girl
too
screaming
hard.
at me during the outage, lol.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Said and I got someone in chat. VR. Said scuba lol. RLT78. Said it's nice when gifted member is actually in the chat. Mark Burns. Said hey Bobby, all good here.
Right on. I thought I'd done it again.
Said baby scuba pull the wire well scuba-ing. Uncle Dave's movie and toy channel. Said hello man. Me.
Uncle Dave, how you
Said
doing?
did Mr. Cheese leave?
Probably. Oh, did Rick gift out a
Said good
membership?
show Rick.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Said Rick Dummy. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said nice Rick.
Awesome.
RLT78. Said nice Rick.
Stuck behind a 63-mile-an-hour truck. Dang it.
Soul Dasher Jody. Said missed again. J.E. Change. Said you still gotta pay for the membership once you recently from someone in chat, or how does that all work?
Well, you know, but you only get to keep it for a month. It's paid for by the person that sends it.
J.E. Change.
You hang on to it for a month,
Said
and
probably a good old hobo trucker.
then it goes back.
Scuba
You go back
master.
to normal.
Said J.E. Change. I never mess with the wires underwater. J.E. Change. Said okay.
Got a devil stag sitting up here on the side.
J.E. Change. Said I hope you don't, if so it will be fired wire. Melvin. Said I had lasagna for dinner.
Lasagna,
Edward
heck
S.
yeah.
Said I woke up last night making Chinese food. I was sleepwalking.
Oh man, that's not
LOL.
good.
Melvin.
Oh, we got
Said and
a
I'm back.
eastbounder coming.
J.E. Change. Said Rick Tony. J.E. Change. Said is also good.
Union Pacific. Good Lord, that's like a 5-engine lash up on that double stack. The eastbounder.
Mark. Said Bobby, great timing. J.E. Change. Said you got a fave pop drink Bobby. Me.
I don't drink
Said
sodas that
speaking of
much.
dinner, gonna go make some. Y'all have a great morning and stuff.
Me appreciate
Jack
stopping in, hanging
Winters.
out. Catch you next time
Said
around.
high winds when I was a kid going down the Pennsylvania Turnpike. A truck in front of us, the wind got a hold of it, made it go sideways down the road. Eric 719. Said later me. J.E. Change. Said Bobby, you'd be surprised on how many open container doors I see on these trains going east of this train cams.
Oh yeah, I've seen them.
Said by me. Jackie T. Said I just had some ravioli, was delicious.
Ravioli.
RLT78. Said by me.
Double stacks and piggy bags.
Geo79. Said hello RLT78. J. Reed. Said is this a new load?
Yeah.
JHH.
Yeah.
Said daring candidate. RLT78.
Gonna drop it
Said
up.
hi Geo. Don. Said go sheet hour Sanders. James Ewing. Said I was doing cleaning in my Suburban inside and out LOL nice and clean now. WYOET. Said catch you later me. JHH. Said double stacks with some Cracker Jacks LOL.
Yeah, I don't know why my GPS was wanting me to turn that there. Really?
Wampus Cap. Said sheet hour Sanders Rockbell. Wampus Cap. Said oh, Halo everybody's. JHH. Said don't listen to GPS, it just wants ya to take the long route.
The
RLT
scenic
78.
route.
Said hey Wampus. Eric 719. Said howdy Wampus.
Wampus Cat, how you doing?
WYOET. Said hiya Wampus. James Ewing. Said hey no passing on double. Wampus Cat. Said Halo Bobby, RLT Eric. James Ewing. Said line. Scuba Master. Said James cleaning out the pizza boxes and McDonald cups. Long Island Dave. Said hi Wampus.
Oh, that turtle's not gonna make it.
Said oh someone passing LOL. Andy C. Said mini splatter wagon was passing on a double yellow.
I think he ran over that thing on purpose, man.
Said Halo Long Island Dave. Roughly 614 miles for this trip, question mark, 9 hours. JHH.
Something like that.
Said Bobby I clipped that saying entitled Farmer Passing Bobby. RLT 17.
on that.
Said Nerm. Glory G. Said hi Bobby everyone.
Glory G, how you doing?
Said US 54 I presume. Long Island Dave.
Yeah, 54.
Said hi Norm. Mark Burns. Said got some crazy weather coming through tomorrow in that triangle between Chicago
opened or closed, bypass or no? Dang it, man. We'll have to meet up with Yosemite Sam next. That way I look like a giant. Dalton Gang Hideout, Meade, Kansas.
Andy C. Said for a hobbit. J.H.H.
Right.
Said now I need everyone talking about way stations, dang it man. Brandon D. Hasty. Said what day is this and what state?
What day is
Lori
it?
G.
I think it's Sunday.
Said hi Ron. J.H.H. Said the kids like I did not think this was the man behind the wheel, LMAO.
We're in
Scuba Master.
Meade, Kansas.
Said well that weeds me out. Mark Burns. Said it is west of the middle of nowhere, but the skies at night are literally a million stars. Incredible. Brandon D. Hasty. Said what highway is this and what state? Lori G. Said hi
Highway
JR.
54.
Geo 79. Said
Kansas.
Sunday until midnight. J.H.H. Said we need Raptor for some more laps.
Yeah, you got it. Raptor's not the one to be picking on, JHH.
Lori G.
He'll cut up with you a little bit, but he's not the one to be picking on.
Said what's elevation? J.H.H. Said if you want it to be dark outside during the
2,466
day, just close the blinds and pretend the day has changed.
is the altitude.
Andy C. Said where's drywall still while driving? Mark Burns. Said Brandon US 54 in Kansas. Brandon D. Hasty. Said how far to the state line?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's up ahead of us somewhere.
J.H.H. Said you can just grab some windowsills and use them as armrests for your truck inside LMAO.
Did you hear what I said, JHH?
Wampus Cat. Said dang it, I thought we were already in Texas.
No. No, we're in Meade, Kansas.
J.H.H. Said yes, I did.
10-4.
Deborah Warner. Said hello everyone again guys, I'm trying not to fall asleep, I really don't want to LOL. Norm Whitehouse. Said you can throw Yosemite Sam under the bus helm, just have to brush the top of his hat off.
Dang it.
Brandon D. Hasty. Said Austin Cindric wins at Talladega. J.H.H. Said sorry so like he's okay to talk to and ask like how's your day and stuff, but leave the fun and friendly jokes to you then, right Bobby?
Yeah. For a while anyway.
Andy C.
I mean, he don't mind
Said
for
they
you
rolled this town up on Sunday.
to cut up, but you know, he's not gonna let you sit and use him as a personal punching bag. He won't do it. You know, he won't put up with it very long. Yeah, he'll get you quick too if he thinks that you're picking on somebody that's
James Ewing
not having fun with
said,
it.
see your red trailer. James Ewing said, LOL. JHH said, I don't want to make one of your wrenches mad because of me, so yay, I'll just end it there for ya. Lori G said, BT. Andy C said, too much traffic here for a 4-lane. JHH said, I like being here and there's no point to screw up now.
What'd y'all do? Run out of gas beyond the gas station?
Christopher Wilson, thanks for following.
Thanks for following, man. Thanks for following, Christopher. So far.
Said there is a hidden subway out here.
A hidden subway restaurant.
Wampus Cat said, bet the arms aren't so empty when it's time to pay up. Lauren Carter said, who woke me, man?
enjoying.
Said peaceful. Wampus cat. Said you don't have to worry about seeing new neighbors in their backyard, Brad. Scuba master. Said no sailman to bother you. Norn White House. Said Sam been known to slap people with a flopped-eared rabbit. Andy C. Said and then there is more farmlands, LOL. Go fast. Said eat Taco Bell every day and you will never run out of gas.
Never.
Buddy Reed. Said portable red light ahead. Scuba Master. Said those are not combs, they are toothpicks for T-Rex. Geo 79. Said or diarrhea. Buddy Reed. Said 714. Lauren Order. Said LMAO Geo. Andy C. Said we can set up camp here.
Heck yeah.
Deborah Warner. Said you know when you want when you eat some beans, the same things as baked beans, that is they were really delicious LOL and it had bacon. Jeff Winters. Said why is it not a portable green light? JR. Said Robo Flagger. Wampus Cat. Said it will be in 3 minutes. Wampus Cat. Said or less. Claude Hendricks. Said hello Bobby.
Claude, how you doing?
Scuba Master. Said cause it's red. James Ewing. Said 10 seconds. Duck duck go fast. Said everything is better with bacon. James Ewing. Said didn't last LOL. Buddy Reed. Said 7:15, not bad. Scuba Master. Said now it's a green light.
This one here that I'm using, I put it together myself. It's not.
Said if the power goes out, do those turn into flashing yellows?
It's not all.
Said I roll window down and yell get IT done LOL.
It's not one holder. It's 2 different holders put together.
Said good call Lauren LOL.
Mr. Bigtails.
Norm Whitehouse said, I knew I shouldn't have let wife go to Best Buy. Came home with 75-inch LCD TV and a soundbar. You'll be paying on this till in 105. Buddy
Man,
Reed
dang it.
said, pretty mean. Susan S. or Biscuit said, LOL, me causes confusion even when he's on here. Susan
Yeah, he
S.
does.
or Biscuit said, not here. Jerry Brown said, hello everyone.
Jerry, how you doing?
Lauren Order said, yup, he does. Andy C. said, not much here either except ticks, chiggers, skeeters, and buffalo gnats. Wampus Cat said, he is you. Mr. Cheese said, what time are we shutting her down tonight, boss man? Jerry
I'm
Brown
not 100% sure
said,
yet.
today looks real clear for you, buddy. I'm doing good. Lauren Order
It's clear, but man, it's
said,
windy.
Biscuits is hiding from me, LOL.
Oh, I see a train up there between the silos.
JR said, Norm surround sound is good. Wampus Cat said, Halo Train. Norm Whitehouse said, hey, Biscuit and Law and Order, who woke the other up first. Andy C.
Big old double stack.
said, UFO. Mr. Cheese said, wonder what they're stockpiling. Susan S. or Biscuit
I don't know.
said, base
That was
blue
pile full
smiling
though,
line.
wasn't it?
I'm lurking at rapid firing hearts. Buddy
Rapid
Reed
fire.
said, look, a pile of snow. Jackie T said, yet another train.
Got 2 DPUs on it right there.
Andy C said, sour mash Milo.
going to be hard to break that last record. I just think it will.
Brett Alt said, hi Bobby and Misfits.
Brett, how you doing?
Susan S. or Biscuit said, you think so, buddy? Lori G said, buddy. Buddy Reed said, that's about how tall you are. Scuba Master said, Lauren finding the same ones over and over does not count. Norm Whitehouse said, hey Brett. Lauren Horner said, what was the last record number? WYOBT
It's posted up in the community
said,
post
Brett.
on order.
Lori
Go
G
check it out.
said, howdy Brett.
Go to the community
Norm
post and look.
Whitehouse said, what record? Rick said, is that a deer Bobby on the hearts? Buddy Reed
A deer on the heart.
said, my right index finger has the twitches, so probably. WYOBT said, is that a challenge Bobby? EP Brett Alt said, I am doing good. I
Challenge
have a severe
accepted.
weather threat tomorrow. They are talking large hail and damaging winds and even very strong to large tornadoes tomorrow.
So the little floaty
Rick
hearts down there on the bottom
said,
right
game
corner.
on. Susan S. or Biscuit said, face blue smiling buddy would be super cool if we did.
We hit a record on the last stream with
Said, Scuba, I'm not finding the same
47,000
pennies
heart
over and
taps.
over. I found like 5 today. 3 pennies facing up and the rest facing down for bad luck. Jeff Winters said, to play a record you need a record player. RLT78 said, I've been hitting it, but with Parkinson's it's easy. Buddy Reed
Dang.
said, I'm just pausing to post a comment. WYOBT said, yikes Brett. Andy C said, dang my finger got tired. Rick said, WYO let's do it. Nola Kremer said, guy ahead looks like he's going 55.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing, 55.
Said, I'm sorry for that last comment, kinda dark. Geo79 said, I can't get the hearts to stop.
Dang it.
Lori G said, Ron. Lauren Horner said, hey Ron.
It might have been kind of dark, but it was pretty funny.
WYOBT said, hugs to you RLT. Lori G said, Ron, big hugs to you people hugging. Tom Kearney said, last time I did something like this I broke my mouse. Scuba Master
Dang it.
said, my computer mouse waiting till I finish my sandwich. RLT78 said, Lori and you Lauren. Gary Watson said, mine turned blue last stream. I had to reset it.
Beat it blue, man.
Don Martin said, good evening Highway Emperor. How's
Good
the journey
evening.
so far? Smooth hopefully.
So far, so
Noah
good.
Kremer said, maybe he can't get it into high gear.
Well, that's all right. We'll go around him here in just a minute.
Said, question, does anyone have an old Timmy mouse anymore? The one that actually has a ball in it you could take out. LOL.
Huh.
Lori G said, hi Gary.
Interesting. What are you hitting your brakes for, man?
Lauren Horner
Oh, he's
said,
doing
I wish
60.
I kept my old mouse with the ball inside LOL.
He's got to slow down.
Susan S. or Biscuit said, Meg should toss hearts as she blah blah blahs. Scuba Master said, yes Lauren as a spare. Norm Whitehouse said, I got Yosemite Sam tap dancing on the hearts button hoping them pistols don't start going off.
Heck yeah.
Gary Watson said, hi at Lori G. Melvin said, 47.0K of hearts. Andy C
catching up to us.
Benjamin Blue said bad weather for Minnesota Monday. Lauren
Minnesota
Porter
Monday.
said dang it. The nephew is hitting the dogs again, huh? Jeez. Said
Interesting.
Josh C. said prairie skyscraper to the right.
Okay. Having a hard time picking up speed here. Let's go.
Said slow hope gonna catch ya.
I know,
Sir
right?
Handel said have to be at the shipper Thursday AM at KB Food Enterprises in Patterson, NJ. Josh C. said wind blowing crossways to you.
Yeah. Kind of crossways, but kind of into me too. It's coming from the left.
Andy C. said long slow incline. Benjamin Blue said 229.
229, let's go. Yeah, finally made it up to speed. Dang.
Don Martin said how many bugs do you think the windshield has claimed this trip?
I'd say it's
Sir
probably got a
Handel
couple hundred on it right
said
now.
better check the weather along I-90 in Montana to see if there's no snowstorm there first. Rick said I ain't got time to chat, lol. Norm Whitehouse said get law and order talking the hot air will help ya. Deborah Warner said Bobby I'm not I thought that was 202 it's 200 I don't know if I made a mistake or you know they dropped to a thumbs up I don't know oh well everyone keep going oh well. Susan S. or Biscuit said face blue smiling grin. Sir Handel said looks like there's a winter weather advisory in Bozeman Pass right now.
Winter weather advisory in Bozeman Pass? Are you sure about that?
Lauren Porter said kids man, what the fluff?
That's the scale right there.
Jeeps said Mercy.
That's the scale that I missed. We was going the opposite way. That was the one that I blowed by. But we was
Benjamin Blue
both on this lane right
said
here.
rain and hail. Light said hand pink waving.
Or we might have both been on that lane over there. I don't know. Something like that. But yeah, that was the one.
Said hope you're hungry, Bobby. You're gonna eat your words.
We'll see.
Said hi like hand pink waving.
We'll see.
Lauren Porter said LMAO. Sir Handel said we'll be passing through Bozeman Pass tomorrow evening. Josh C. said long way from Koven. Tony said hello Bobby and Misfits.
Tell me how you
How
doing.
is it going today? drive and long week. Be safe. Lori G. said, hey Prism. How was the house party? Prism Blue said, hi Gary, Bobby. Gary
Prism, how you
Watson
doing?
said, hi Kyle. Deadshot Gaming
Kyle, how you
said,
doing?
hello Lori G. Brandon Karstensen said, good afternoon Bobby, Lori, Susan.
Brandon, how you doing?
Soul Dasher Joni said, you're on 54.
Yeah,
Sir
54.
Handel said, I will at Josh C. Norm Whitehouse said, haven't moved my finger this fast since I was young and frisky. Prism Blue
Dang it.
said, at Lori G. Good. Benjamin Bloom said, bad weather here. Gary Watson said, hi at Prism Blue. Lori G. said, hey Brandon. GC. Law and Order said, Norm hee hee hee.
River Rats.
Wampus Cat said, hope all goes well Kyle. Sir Handel said, Federal Signal 2001. Duck duck go fast. Said, I love that sign. Liberal, Kansas a place to explore. Explore what? A feedlot.
Right.
Cipertruck car not. Said Gary, I stopped on 58 in Cali at a Carl's and had a laundromat and 3 XT door. Lexi Knoll said, furiously hitting the hearts for you Bobby.
Well, thank you, Lexi.
Rick
Thank you.
said, I'm glad I have tomorrow off, he'll need it. Deadshot Gaming said, Kat, I'm doing good, thank you for asking, appreciate it. Soul Dasher Joni said, rats. Benjamin Bloom said, RRT. Richard Bishop said, good evening Sheriff Lori G and Deputy Sheriff Susan S. Gary Watson said, LOL. Lori G said, Prism awesome. RLT 78 said, hey Prism. Lauren Order said, hey Kyle Sup. James said, you gonna go down through Roswell and all that from Santa Rosa Bobby. Deadshot Gaming said, hello Lauren
I think
Order.
so,
good
yeah.
evening.
I think so.
Susan S. or Biscuit said, hey Brandon. Tony said, hey Richard. Sir Handel said, thank God I got that 34 in before this trip. Lori G said, howdy Richard. Susan S. or Biscuit said, Richard. Hello there. Rick said, smoke break, LOL sorry. Long Island Dave said, hi Tony. WYOBT said, hiya Brandon. Deadshot Gaming said, hello Mac chat reader. Norm Whitehouse said, workman's comp cramping finger. Lauren Porter said, I don't see Prism. LMAO. Sir Handel said, liberal, Kansas. Tony said, hey Long Island Dave, how's it going? Nola Kremer said, speed limit in liberal is 30.
Yeah.
If the town is liberal, then go 50. Prism Blue
Right.
said, at Lori GKC has the lead to win the 2025 SB. Fox Lori. RLT 78 said, Lauren, me neither, I say hi anyway. Gary Watson said, I bet Sir Handel holds the record on the most places to do laundry. Lauren Porter
He does a lot of
said, oh,
laundry.
there's Prism. Hey. Cipertruck car not. Said Lauren, we either on phone but see him on TV. Sir Handel said, I have a lot of clothes with me. Prism Blue said, at Lauren Order hi silly strain. Sorry. Lauren. Long Island Dave said, I don't see him either. Richard Bishop said, hello there Lauren Order and RLT 78. Lauren Order said, hey Richard. Susan S. or Biscuit said, face blue smiling Gary. Eric 719 said, howdy Richard B. Geo 79 said, hello Long Island Dave. Lori G said, Prism heck yeah. They will be out for revenge face red heart shape. Lauren Order said, I had to turn on live chat instead of talk chat to see Prism if that helps. Sir Handel said, the map shows me taking US 212 past Little Bighorn to Belforge. Long Island Dave. Said hi
Bellafouche.
Geo 79.
Bellafouche. Totem. Stupid red line.
Sir Handel. Said won't be passing any Busies this trip. Richard Bishop. Said howdy Eric 719. RLT 78. Said hello Richard. WYOBT. Said Boo Seas.
Boosie.
Scuba Master. Said the P season does not matter. You have to play the season out and be in the Super Bowl.
Dang it,
Thanks
man.
for following. Prism Blue.
I don't know who that was, but
Said
thanks for
Lord
following.
G can't wait to see you on the top of that flag pole.
Something about a
waving
Super Bowl?
decent flag and drinking lemonade. One can dream, right?
Not sure what she said, but
Melvin.
oh,
Said
she
it
didn't
looks
say
like the
anything.
trailer stands a little taller than the cab on the truck.
It was written in Japanese or something, so she didn't say anything. She just said thanks for following. Thank you for following. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Sir Handel. Said Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore. Christian Sanchez.
We are in Kansas.
Said amazing stream.
Thank you, Christian. Thank you.
Lori G. Said Prism haha. It's Industrial Complex. Said howdy everyone.
Complex, how you doing? Plains, Kansas.
Said for truck R9. Said Sir Handel, when you get to Pro Agency tell the scale dude I said howdy LOL. Christian Sanchez. Said OMG is a reference to Wizard of Oz.
I know. But we're almost not in Kansas anymore.
It's Industrial Complex. Said looks beautiful out today. How's your day, Bobby? How do you like Kansas? Duck duck go fast.
Kansas is
Said
not
you
as
can
good as
tell
another
we are in
state.
Kansas. It's black with dead bugs all over the window. Richard Bishop. Said Bobby has the wind. Calm down, Eddie.
It's pushing hard.
Said anybody that's bored jump in and hit the red heart. It's fun. Try it out. Tony. Said hey they're in Industrial Complex. JR.
If you notice the
Said,
tree
I wish
coming
we had
up,
a Buc-ee store here.
if you notice the tree
Christian
coming up,
Sanchez.
it's still blowing pretty
Said
good.
we must be over Rainbow. Lauren Order. Said sighs and then Watusi rolls out the window.
Well,
Prism Blue.
somebody
Said
wants
if
to
Lord
roll
G
down the
wear
window.
covers and socks. Right.
Was that Law
Said
and
when
Order?
you can't see Prism but people talk to them, it makes you give the side eye to them. Prism Blue. Said shh. Sir Handel. Said welcome to Oklahoma. Jeeps. Said only tree for 50 miles. Lori G. Said Prism of course for good luck. WYOBT. Said hit it once.
That's the best she's
Twice.
ever said. Shh.
Or 100 times. Thanks.
Thank you, thank
Prism
you, thank
Blue.
you.
Said nice view. Lauren Order.
Y'all just go ham on that
Said yes
thing.
Bobby I did it out the window.
to
cartwheels like that
Oklahoma.
LMAO. Josh C. said along with the rest. Norm Whitehouse said, just wondering, are you pulling a boat anchor or need to push that red button in?
That's what it feels like, man. That
Josh
I'm
C.
pulling a boat anchor.
said it's a fun history for such a flat, desolate piece of dirt. Christian Sanchez said, Sir, handle you. RLT 78 said, a land where cars fly.
Tyrone,
Kenwood
Oklahoma.
709 said, hey, I woke up.
Dang. Welcome back to the living, Kenwood. How you doing?
MR Jervis Croggins said, hope everyone has had a great day.
Mr. Jeremy, how you doing?
said Tristan Sings. Oklahoma is the place to be. Sir Campbell
Right.
said Tyrone, Oklahoma. Christian Sanchez said landed on house Wichita. Edward S. said, what's your miles per gallon? Prison
Right now it's
said,
5.3.
okay, I gotta go. Have a safe ride. Later.
Praise and appreciate you stopping in. Ring me up.
Lauren G.
Catch you next time.
said
right
Lauren,
here.
I bet you can. Mike said, I live in Missouri, but this ground is so flat I think I can see my house from here. Face orange raised eyebrow.
Dang it, man.
Richard Bishop said, howdy Norm Whitehouse. Tony said, hey Kenwood, hope things are good. Noah Kremer said, Oklahoma is just okay. Rick
It's just
said, hi
okay.
Kenwood.
I see what you did
Lauren
there.
G said, have a good night prison. Go KC. WYOBT said, hi at Kenwood. Kenwood 709 said, hey Tony, things are good. How are you? Sir Handel said, parallel enough tracks. Kenwood 709 said, hey Rick. Norm Whitehouse
Dang it.
said, hey Richard. Buddy Reed said, heartbreak for me. I must be over 8,000 in 1 hour 50 minutes.
Dang.
Kenwood 709
You heart broke?
said WYO. Richard Bishop said, Mike, are you anywhere near Sexton? Christian Sanchez said, Sir Handel, what brings you here to Wizard of Oz? Glory G said, hey Kenwood. Kenwood 709 said, hey Glory G. Duck duck go fast. Said, okay Ishlahoma.
Okay. It's
Rick
okay.
said, Bobby, you getting hungry? Buddy Reed said, my forearm is a bit tight.
Dang it. Look how them trees are leaning. Not too awful bad. I'll be hungry by the time I stop, though. That's for sure. I know y'all can see how them trees are leaning.
Jeeps said, dang. Richard Bishop said, well, hello there, Kenwood 709. Inspecting gadgets said, wow, you got the heck out of Dodge quick. Eric 700
Yeah, it was a pretty quick turnaround.
said, can really see the wind. WYOBT said, tag's a break, buddy, you've done well. Mike said, no, Richard. I'm closer to Springfield, about 100 miles east. Christian Sanchez said, this perfect for Wizard of Oz, my movie. Rick said, good, we will something for you. Susan S. or Biscuit said, buddy, thumb cramp for me. Soul Dasher Joni said, how far you going?
I'm not
MR
sure yet.
Jarvis Croggins said, waiting for Dora B and Toto to fly by. Kenwood 709 said, dang man, hopefully you got a heavy one on today.
Yeah.
It's windy in Phoenix today too.
We're sitting at 78,000
said,
and
Bobby,
something.
this is Hooker, Oklahoma. Duck duck go fast. Said, it is western Oklahoma. Any tree you see is just a mirage. Kenwood 709 said, Richard Bishop. Gary Watson said, had to change battery in my mouse. LOL, thought my heart was broke. Buddy Reed said, you know the feeling, Susan. Norm Whitehouse said, ain't nobody at YouTube that can count this high. Susan S. or Biscuit said, buddy. Mike said, the bad thing is, Bobby, them trees get so much wine they lean even when the wind ain't blowing. LOL.
Even when the wind ain't
Christian
blowing.
Sanchez
I
said,
believe
we'll
that.
get you my pretty and your little dog too. Sir Handel said, do you think you'll make it to Tucumcari?
That's the farthest I can make it is to come carry. That's the farthest I can make it.
Kenwood 709 said with 78K you'd be fine driving into a hurricane. Jakes said weird that the wind is blowing west. Seems backward. Noble Kremer
It's not blowing west.
said watch
It's
out
blowing.
for pedestrians, especially in Hooker.
It's blowing north. Actually, I think it's blowing northeast because it's coming up from the side, the front and the side of us. So I think it's blowing northeast. We ain't in Hooker yet. Whoever said we was in Hooker, we're not there yet. It was Tyrone that we just went through.
Christian Sanchez said who killed the witch of East Lizzie. Tony said here in Albuquerque wind is mainly N/me. Mark said I thought that was Hooker there close, so about that Bobby.
Damn, fool. It's alright, man. That's why I'm here. I'm here to correct y'all when y'all are wrong, and y'all are here to correct me when I'm wrong.
Said WYO, you see them flying.
I don't see them flying. I wished I could.
Richard Bishop said like the reason I asked is because the area from Sexton to Blytheville, Arkansas is as flat as a pancake. WYOBT said heck yeah, proud of you all. Gary Watson said that's why I don't say much LOL. Mike said yeah Richard it surely is. Don Martin said oh great highway emperor, could you use the windshield wipers to clean your fallen adversaries off the screen?
It
Would
won't.
be great.
It won't help.
Sir Handel
It won't help, man.
said so is this the panhandle of Oklahoma?
Yeah, panhandle. I could, but what it would do is it would streak it, and it would be worse than it is right now. Trust me.
Correct about the windshield streaking.
Yeah.
Mark. Said Bobby, I feel so sorry about Roswell from last night's storms. Sir Handel.
Did it tear it up pretty
Said
bad?
Nara Visa. Norm White House. Said better than bugs on teeth.
Right.
Duck, go
Right.
fast. Said this isn't bad for where we are at. Wait until we hit a grasshopper swarm.
Oh,
Always
Lord.
looking for volunteers to lick the windshield off. Or you can just lick the like button instead. Ed Cap. Said at least you are not getting big piles of tumbleweeds blowing out in front of you. Had it happen in northern Arizona.
Yeah, I've had it happen
Baywatch.
before.
Said Thunderdome. Tornadoes.
Good day, Baywatch.
Wampus Cat.
How you doing?
7 proteins. Aussie Baywatch. Said good day, Bobby, another day, another dollar made.
Another day, another dollar. There you go.
Said some a big tornado with big hail. Lauren Porter. Said sub Baywatch. Jeeps. Said last time I went through the in New Mexico was huge piles of tumbleweeds. Richard Bishop. Said Bobby, always remember these 2 rules. Rule no. 1, the commander is always right. Rule no. 2, when the commander is wrong. See rule number 1. Rick.
Dang it.
Said duck duck, sorry and busy. Sir Handel. Said only town I see between Dalhart and Tucumcari is Naravisa. Lori G. Said hi Baywatch. Kangaroo kangaroo. WYOBT. Said LOL Rick. SC Nightski. Said that is some flat land. RLT 78. Said hi Barry. Edward S. Said this is Highway 54, but it looks like an interstate.
It does. It does have an interstate look to it, doesn't it? Good Lord, who crosses them tracks?
Sir Handel. Said I see a town ahead. Rick. Said there is smoke coming from the heart.
Hooker, Oklahoma's ahead.
Lori G. Said Richard, the first hope you are having a great day. Aussie Baywatch. Said good day. Lauren. Lori. Ron. Whiteout. Ed Hi Jack. Norm Whitehouse. Said Meg is running as slow as truck is today. Wampus Cat. Said town around here.
She does sound like
elevators
she's
and
going
empty
kind of
houses
slow.
for the tenders. Aussie Baywatch. Said good day, Richard. Kangaroo kangaroo. Long Island Dave. Said good day, very kangaroo kangaroo kangaroo. WYOBT. Said Baywatch. Tony. Said hey Aussie. Andy C. Said I'm not gonna wonder how that town got its name.
I don't know, man.
Aussie Baywatch. Said good day Dave. Bear. Tony. Tasha. Andy. Lauren Porter. Said doesn't she always warm? And I'd say molasses. Watcher E. Said we live. Sir Handel.
Or we live?
Said Hooker, Oklahoma. Eric 719. Said howdy Aussie. Edward
I gotta
S.
pull in here and kick a tire.
Said weird according to Google Maps 54 turns into 64 up here. Richard Bishop. Said Lori G it's sunny and made it up to 60 degrees here in Chicago today. High altitudes. Said spent most of the day fixing a 1-year-old hair washer and dryer. Aurora GHHH. Amber. Said Baywatch.
Hooker
Wampus
in.
Cat. Said but 64 goes into northern New Mexico and eventually into Colorado. Rick. Said Bobby take your time. Aussie Baywatch. Said hi Aaron. Hi. Hi A. Richard Bishop. Said howdy there Aussie Baywatch kangaroo.
I'll see about cleaning these windows off too. How about it?
Duck duck go fast. Said Hooker Inn does not sound very family friendly.
Don't, does it?
Said take Meg with you, she needs to kick a tire too.
I believe that.
Lori G. Said hey bear. Jeet C. Heart hands. SC Nightski. Said the big heart. Sir Handel. Said spending most of today in Washington State. Tom Kearney. Said that place looked sus.
Yeah, it does.
Amber. Said hi Lori G. Always Jeetsy heart hands. Lori G. Said Richard the first. I'm glad it's warming up there. Lauren Order. Said hey Amber. Wampus Cat. Said there are definitely worse places, Sir Handle. Ozzy Baywatch. Said Watusi roll, Watusi roll. Sir Handle. Said what happened with your tire?
Watusi roll.
Said this town has a motto. It's a location, not a vocation. High altitudes. Said hanky panky janky in. Norn Whitehouse. Said hey Amber. Don Martin. Said I want to visit Oklahoma now. Amber. Said hi Lauren. Long Island Dave. Said hi Amber. Richard Bishop. Said hi there Amber, it's good to see you again today. Cal Tim. Said oh noes Lauren is awake. Tom Kearney. Said Chinese massage palace next door. Amber. Said Norm and Long Island Dave. Sir Handle. Said glass breaking. Lori G. Said high altitudes. Jackie T. Said Tootsie Roll. Wampus Cat. Said vocation, vocation, vocation. Tony. Said hey Amber. Amber. Said thanks Richard Jeetsy. Amber. Said hey Tony. Jackie T. Said well now we can see.
Is that better?
Ozzy Baywatch. Said Bear. What for dinner? Scuba Master. Said WYO I hit the heart so much it turned blue LOL. Don Martin. Said well look at IT go. Rick. Said folks let make Bobby eat his words on the heart record, let's do it. Lauren Order.
It ain't gonna happen.
Said you know what's really weird to me? Talking to Europeans and they are spelling it tires instead of tires LMAO. Japes. Said big time. Amber. Said Baywatch we had Wendy's. Jackie T. Said yep a lot better sparkling.
Shut up. Alright, I'll be back in a minute.
Said stand by everyone. Amber. Said Scuba Master Jeetsy. Amber. Said hi WYO hard hands. Nolan Kremer. Said that's illegal and hooker, Wampus cat. Lori G. Said hi MRSRLT. How is the puppy Gigi? Norm Whitehouse. Said he's safe, no flip-flops. MRSRLT 78. Said hello WYO, Lori, Barry, Amber. Mark. Said that is good, Bobby found a new friend. Tony. Said they must be chatting about what the other guy bought inside. Lori G. Said hi Mark. Lauren Order. Said Bobby is royalty. LOL. Amber. Said hello MRSRLT. Aussie Baywatch. Said g'day Mrs. Ron Kangaroo Kangaroo. MRSRLT 78. Said Gigi is doing great. She is my shadow, follows me everywhere. Richard Bishop. Said Cal Tim, did you have your Wheaties today? Norm Whitehouse. Said Court Jester. Don Martin. Said our emperor has places to go and this man has the nerve to waste his time. WYOBT. Said maybe he asked him about the eyes. Lauren Porter. Said you Wheaties. Wampus cat. Said or maybe he asked what happened to the Rudy horns. Gary Watson. Said Bobby was telling him when I catch you get out the way LOL. Cal Tim. Said don't eat Wheaties, Lauren does though. High altitudes. Said making dinner, sorry, was AFK. Lori G. Said MRSRLT, that's great. Nola Kremer. Said eating pancakes in the panhandle of Oklahoma is all I can think about. Don Martin. Said look at that window shine. Richard Bishop. Said hello there Gary Watson. Norm Whitehouse. Said lay in order, you have eating worse. Rick. Said Gary LOL. Cal Tim. Said Amber is so sweet. Buddy Reed. Said hello Amber. Lori G. Said yay. There. RLT 78. Said nice Amber. Sir Handel. Said just got finished with dinner here. Rick. Said nice Amber. Wampus cat. Said that's like me Nola, eating an eclair in Eau Claire, Wisconsin is on my bucket list. WYOBT. Said very nice Amber. Long Island Dave. Said yay Amber. Aussie Baywatch. Said bare face blue smiling. Gary Watson. Said hi at Richard Bishop. Amber. Said not as sweet as Cal Tim. Norm Whitehouse. Said good job Amber. Molly Davis. Said hello Amber. Amber. Said hi buddy. Cal Tim. Said a metal handle is on my bucket list. Amber. Said hi Molly. Sir Handel. Said old water tower on right. Geo 79. Said howdy Amber. Deborah Warner. Said hi everyone again, I'm still full from my picnic this afternoon LOL. I had a really nice time smiling face with 3 hearts, smiling face with 3 hearts. Tony. Said way to go Amber. Wampus cat. Said you go Cal Tim. Cal Tim. Said I saw what you did there Bear. Amber. Said hi Geo 79. Tony. Said hello Deborah. Richard Bishop. Said Lori G, what's your favorite breakfast cereal? Buddy Reed. Said Tim, you should have heard it also. Kevin Towler. 79. Said NM is the tumbling weed capital of the country. Cal Tim. Said I did Andy will be hearing it too. Lori G. Said Richard the First like Raisin Bran LOL how about you? Richard Bishop. Said hey there Deborah Warner how's my 40-mile neighbor doing today? Andy C. Said hearing what? Don Martin. Said he's coming back. Wampus Cat. Said raisins are evil. Nola Kremer. Said can anything be grown in New Mexico other than tumbleweeds? Lori G. Said hi Deborah. Kevin Towler. Said hi Richard. Wampus Cat. Said onions and green peppers Nola. Cal Tim. Said the noise that comes with sound after burritos.
Wait a minute, what? This sign right here?
Said did he get nachos and pizzas?
Just pizza.
Lori G. Said Wampus I like them in cereal. Andy C. Said oh okay, yeppers. Tony. Said oh everyone behave now he's back. Edward S. Said there's a Chinese massage palace closed by LOL. By the way, was that a fan of the channel? Andy C. Said music to sleep by. Wampus Cat. Said cereal is okay, but raisins do not belong in pastries or anything baked. Rick. Said pig. Josh C. Said no gas station chicken fried steak. SC Ninsky. Said what's for dinner? Lori G. Said Duder. What's up Duder? Rob Chapman. Said hello all, looks to be a small loves. Nola Kremer. Said burritos for breakfast. Geo 79. Said fantastic air biscuit. Sir Handel. Said no pizza for me. Mac Daddy. Said El Paso in a day. Richard Bishop. Said Lori G usually whatever is on sale, although there are a few that I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. Cal Tim. Said Bobby Amber. Otto that's me bareface. Said how are the winds in that area?
Pretty
I will
steep.
need to drive through there. Duder. Said yo 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 what up how many pizzas? Wampus Cat. Said look at the trees to the far left Otto. Lori G. Said Wampus I agree. Cal Tim. Said one membership.
Amber gifted out a membership. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is awesome.
Said gotcha bear. Otto that's me bareface. Said okay, I will see how far I can go. I can't drive with high winds.
It's blown pretty good.
High altitudes. Said let's crank and jank down the road. Rick. Said Bobby how many more hours? Sir Handel. Said it's difficult to drive easily with strong winds. Buddy Reed. Said Rick about 23,000 clicks per person. CW Sharp. Said big half-mile wide tornado now past Bingham, Nebraska, entering Ellsworth, Nebraska. Keep updated Auto. Soul Dasher
Just a
Joey.
couple more hours.
Said at NOLA but woke up free nausea and with severe headache. WYOBT. Said Bobby, did you know that guy?
No, I didn't know him.
Said Buddy, LOL. Sir Handel. Said, where are we going to stop tonight?
I don't
Edward
know.
S. Said Texhoma coming up a rod. Kevin Towler. Said for dinner I had better cheddar bunions and sugar-free tea. Lori G. Said Buddy, I'd better get started. CW Sharp. Said train cars off tracks up there. Want this cat? Said y'all let Bobby eat and drive. Save the questions until another 20 miles or so.
I'm not even
Gary
in that.
Martson. Said just told him stay out of my way, understand? Buddy Reed. Said I won't do this each trip, but I would like to break the record. Richard Bishop. Said by Lori G, my special friend. Edward S. Said was that a seer? Otto, that's me bare face.
A what?
Said I couldn't take my 34 reset and now I'm paying the price with all my lost sleep. Soul Dasher Joni. Said what did you get? Rick.
That was
Said
a meat
any
pizza.
newcomers, please hit the red hearts and keep hitting it, thank you.
Just a meat pizza. Personal fan.
Sir Handel. Said speed limit 65. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said BUD. Lori G. Said Richard, see
speed
you
limit
later,
70.
my friend, always jeansy. People hugging. Edward S. Said I meant bear.
Yeah,
Susan
yeah,
S.
it was a
or
bear.
Biscuit. Said TY. Long Island Dave. Said dang, I'm sorry I had hot dogs and sauerkraut for dinner. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said sorry, thumb is malfunctioning.
Yeah, see, y'all are breaking down. Y'all ain't gonna be able to do it.
Said Long Island Dave, that sounds good. I love
gifted out a membership. Thank you.
Mark White House. Said good job. Lauren Horner. Said shut up.
Awesome.
Wampus Cat. Said way to go leader. CW True Sharp. Said me. Sir Handle. Said no members only stream tonight. Scuba Master. Said 40 means no bed, no bathroom. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said LOL Lauren. I keep thinking Buffalo, RLT 78 hello. Jeff Winters said, why does that water tower look like one of the ghosts in Pac-Man?
I don't know.
Josh C said, how many hours left on the ELT? Nida's
I
Cooking
got like
Show
3.5, but I don't
said,
know if I'm
thanks
gonna drive that
RLT
much.
Jeff hello. Sir Handel said, hopefully you can make it to Tucumcari. Me
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna
said,
drive that
aiming
far.
for Tucumcari.
I don't think so. Not that far. I may stop in Delhart.
Josh C said, there's a pilot at Stratford, TX. PH in Bayou City said, likely either Stratford TX or Dalhart TX. Wampus Cat said, there ain't much between Dalhart and Tucumcari except for that new bridge. Sir Handel said, try Nara Visa. It's between Dalhart and Tucumcari. Norm Whitehouse said, ran out of hearts, catch ya all later.
No, I appreciate you stopping in and hanging out. We'll catch you next time around.
Rick said, thanks Norm. WYOBT said, thank you so much Norm. Sir Handel said, there's a parking area near Logan, New Mexico. Lori G said, see you later Norm. SC Nightski said, was that a Quincy's back there?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Is everything said in chat and interaction? Sir Handel
Yeah,
said, we stopping at Dalhart then.
all the comments and
Eugene Plies Brunswick Train Fan Farm Lover Videos said, hello, how are you doing tonight? Good evening.
all the comments and all the tabs are interactions. Doing pretty good, Eugene. How you doing?
Wampus Cat said, I think Quincy's is only a memory now. Sir Handel said, coming up on Big Texas soon. Me said, nice. Hope to give you more and stuff. Susan S. or
Yeah.
Biscuit said, random interaction. John 123 Canada 42 said, number 299. Aaron
$2.99.
said, headed for Texas.
Yeah.
David B said, hello Bobby. Been a
David, how you
while.
doing?
I hope you're doing well. Come on summertime.
Doing
Me
all right.
said, LOL Susan. Rick said, I smell a I told you coming soon LOL. Amber said, boom. Glory G
What was it?
said, hi John 123.
300,
John
200 or 300?
123 Canada 42
300.
said, hey Bobby. Me
John, how you doing?
said, morning bear. Sir Handel said, wind is still blowing. Amber said, morning me. Amber said, 300.
Oh,
WYOB
guys and
said,
gals,
300 like size
ladies and
punchy.
gentlemen are
John
freaking
123 Canada
awesome.
42
Thank you.
said, hey Lord
Thank
Amber
you.
me Rick Sir BT.
Thank you so much for over 300
Susan S.
thumbs up
Wilkes
right here at Triathlon Gang.
said, hi,
Really do
Bear.
appreciate it.
Smiling face with 3 hearts. Aaron
Snatch some salt from the
said,
salty
Texas
crew.
has the best highways.
Butter up that
Earl
popcorn.
719
Enjoy
said, howdy John
the rest of the
123.
ride.
CW
Now we do
Trishelle
love the Misfits around
said,
here.
301.
How much
Me
do we love the Misfits?
said, morning John.
Freaking
Sir Handel
bunches.
said, everything is bigger and better in Texas. John 123 Canada 42 said, hey Aaron Susan. Amber said, hi John 123. Buddy Reed said, click it or ticket. David B said, he hut. Wampus Cat said, time for more bricking punches. Steve Knapp said, hi Amber.
was Biscuit's
Said,
birthday.
okay, I am leaving it up to the rest of y'all to keep Bobby in gear for the rest of the day. Speaking of rest.
Just in case you don't make it in tomorrow.
Eric
Happy birthday.
19 said, take care, Wampus.
Wampus, appreciate you stopping in and hanging
Said,
out.
Bobo,
Catch you
I'm
next
glad
time we're
you're
in.
feeling better. Susan S. or Biscuit said, thanks me, means so much. Mark Burns said, getting near sunset on the Big Prairie. Are you going all the way to El Paso tonight?
No.
MTGC number 9 flag of South Africa said, Lori G. I like your name, really like it, Lori Go G. Here's the big hug for you people hugging smiling face with 3 hearts, smiling face with 3 hearts. Molly Davis said, happy birthday, Susan. Susan S. or Biscuit said, thank you much, Bobby. Lori G. said, see you later, Wampus.
Oh, we got deer.
WYO said, happy early B-Day, Susan Harkins.
They was dark,
Said,
man.
good night, Wampus. Sir Handel said, Goodwell, Oklahoma. Lori G. said, Bobo, here's a big hug for you too. People hugging. CW Sharp said, happy birthday. Scuba Master said, Susan will be here handcuffed to the truck. John 123 Canada 42 said, hey, Scuba Master. Steve Knapp said, hey, Susan, my daughter's B-Day is tomorrow. Sir Handel said, Rita Blanca National Grassland
Damn, dang it.
Said hello, Ernie. MTGC member 95 of South Africa.
Yeah, Semi-Ernie will be
she's
doing
behind
the
with
day
5 minutes
shift
to me.
driving. Y'all haven't been by to check out
Susan
Semi-Ernie.
S. or Biscuit.
Swing by
Said
that and
sleep
check
well,
him out.
Ernie.
Get his link up here in a minute.
Said okay, the
Let him
burritos
know
are
we
done.
seen you
Gonna be
by.
a musical night. I always put refried beans in my burritos for the added effect. Tony. Said hey Susan. To me you'll always be 21. Rich guy. Said hi.
Is that rich guy? Ain't
Ozzy
good.
Baywatch. Said see you today, Ernie later. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said Tony.
Texhoma, Oklahoma. Get that crossover into Texas.
Mark Burns. Said what's up, rich dude. Deborah Warner. Said night Ernie. Low Fidelity All-Star Reject. Said that wind is a blowing out there.
Yeah, it
Sunny
is.
Ernie. Said TKS. Bobby, have a great ride.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna pull in here at this love so check and see when my delivery
Said
time
Andy.
is.
Deborah Warner. Said right now I feel like a 3 a.m. because I'm tired and I'm trying to stay awake so I can sleep tonight.
I may just spin them out here.
MTGC number 95 of South Africa. Said Susan S. You confused, good lord. Deborah Warner. Said like I said I know I'm repeating myself. I'll always be 30 no matter how old I am, lol. SC Nightspeed. Said Bobby, thanks to you I get to see parts of the country I would probably never go to. Sir
You are
Handel.
welcome.
Said you may spend the night here.
Maybe.
Soul Dasher Joni.
We are here
Said
every
Blue
single
Bar
day.
Eat on Tonight Drag. Gary Watson. Said https://www.youtube.com/channel/UC2BXV1EN99 Espus 50 Titus Semi Ernie.
It is
Me.
Semi-Ernie's
Said on behalf
link
of
right
Susan's
there.
special day. Susan S. or Biscuit.
Swing
Said
over
face
there,
blue
check him
smiling,
out,
just a
let him
prank,
know we've
silly
seen what you
boba.
buy.
WYOBT. Said thank you Gary. Low Fidelity All-Star Reject. Said I watch and see how much trucking has changed in 30 years since I drove. Me. Said OMFG. Eric 719. Said Ernie got it. Amber. Said me.
Ernie got what?
G. Said me that's awesome. Me. Said Ernie. Susan S. or
What
Biscuit.
happened?
Said nice me.
Oh,
You got Ernie.
me gifting out membership.
Said whoa too cool party face.
And Semi-Ernie got it.
Said great. MTGC number 95 of South Africa.
Is
Said Lori G.
awesome.
Calculate this 1998 to 2025 equals you will see my age. Rick. Said nice me good hit. King Nero. Said hello to all.
Oh.
John 123 Canada 42. Said start the choppa in NNN irrr is CCCC atata tata badata edited badata and edited badata.
Good Lord, man. You got that one good.
Said glad you made your destination Bobby.
Well, I don't know. I gotta check right
Said
quick.
that was an awesome name.
I gotta check right quick and see what time it's even
Susan
due.
F.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stop here. If I didn't know that, I'd have stayed. I would have just stayed up there. Dang, it's not due till the 29th. So, and I've only got 471 miles. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and stay here.
Scuba Master. Said those damn Canadian choppas need fixing. Sir Handel. Said wish I could say goodnight. But unfortunately, it's about time to hit the road for me. Catch you later. King Nero
So he don't
said
appreciate
yes,
stopping
beyond
in
the
and hanging
decorated
out.
fence are rail tracks.
Okay, next time
Susan
around.
S. or
I don't know how
Biscuit
busy it is. We've seen
said
a
I'm
couple.
hardly on there much.
We've seen a
Deborah
couple.
Warner said, you know what I'm like? I like when you laugh, Bobby. It cheers me up even more. Geo79 said Train S.
We can sit here for a minute and leave the stream running and see if
Said, good night all. Lori G.
see if a train
said,
comes
"Go
by.
to be your age again." Tony said, okay.
If you want
Bobby,
to.
good night. We'll chat with you all tomorrow. MTGC number 9 flag of South Africa.
Alright, Tony, appreciate you
Said
stopping
Lori
in
G.
and hanging out.
Yes,
We'll
I
catch
hope you
next
see
time
her.
around.
John 123 Canada 42. Said oh. John 123 Canada 42. Said yes. Rick. Said yes, Bobby. Low Fidelity All-Star Reject. Said I want to. Lori G. Said GC number 9 I saw it. Geo79. Said cool. Deborah Warner. Said Trainish. Low
Trainish.
Fidelity All-Star Reject. Said Bobby, tell us a story. Brandon Karstensen
What do you mean
said
a
you
story?
put railroad tracks in front of us and ask if we want to see what happens. Of course we do, LOL.
Well, we'll sit here for a minute and see.
MTGC number 9 flag of South Africa. Said Lori G. I salute. Mark Burns said Doc has a huge base about 15-20 minutes from the homestead. Wonder if your neighbor started out from University Park, about 36 miles south of downtown Chicago.
Man, that wind
Lauren
is
Order
kicking.
said didn't Bobby post a story yesterday?
No, I hadn't posted a story
Alice Usher
since home
said
time.
good night Bobby and Misfits.
Alright, Alice, appreciate you stopping in and hanging out. We'll catch you next time around.
Rick said WYO I think we all did it. King Nero said hello Lauren. Deborah Warner said okay-ish. Lori G said good night Alice. WYOBT said I hope so. Me said what time does Ernie usually start? I want to catch him tomorrow.
He
Lauren
usually
Order
starts up at like,
said hi.
well,
Susan
he said he
S.
was going to be starting up at 3 in the morning, or getting up at 3, so I think he usually starts
Geo79
between, I
said
think
this is
around
part
4
of the
a.m.
Railroad Transpond. Alice Usher said thank Lori. Lauren Order said early. Rick said me to WYO my hand is killing me. Supertruckar not said the thumbnail for stream yesterday looked like it would be a story.
Well, oh yeah,
Brandon Karstensen
the night
said only
thumbnail.
47,000 hearts on the last one. Come on y'all, let's get these rookie numbers up there. 100k goal, let's go haha.
100k,
Lauren Order
let's go.
said Ernie is on by the time I get up around 7 a.m. Alice Usher said night Susan. Me said oh okay. Too bad he couldn't stay on an extra 15 seconds. Supertruckar not said yes. WYOBT said oh sorry Rick, take a break, we got this. Lori G said Brandon.
Man, them things are flying. Y'all might do it. If we stay here long enough, y'all might get it done.
Me said I'm glad Ernie got it. James Lesser said severe weather mode for tomorrow for St. Paul.
That's
First
twice
round
today
in
that you
morning
hit
and
somebody.
another round late afternoon. If in central and southern Minnesota and Iowa keep up to date. King Nero said it could happen. Mark
So that's twice today that me has hit somebody in the back of the head going out the door.
MTGC number
With a
9
membership.
South Africa.
He got Mr. Cheese earlier.
You be live tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be live
Rick
tomorrow.
said
He got
100K
Mr. Cheese
whatever
earlier
else.
going out the door, and he got
Funny
Ernie.
Said I paused
Just a
for
minute
moment
ago.
to see the difference. Susan S. or Biscuit said feels like it's gotta be 200k hearts already. King Nero said hello Susan S. Susan S. or Biscuit said howdy King M. Said I've been having good aim. Lauren order.
Heck yeah.
Said scream. Freedom rocks. Said twin tornadoes on the ground in Nebraska now. Lori G. Said good aim. Me. Mark Burns. Said James, been watching situation from Chicago. We're on the southeastern fringes of it. Scuba Master. Said me I block others so you hit the locals. Me. Said Scuba. Let me know when you leave. Geo 79. Said wind is 18 miles per hour out of the SW. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said face orange raised eyebrow. Amber. Said me also got Amber S. I believe. Rick.
Oh, did it?
Said Bobby you gotta post on this after the stream. I want sleep not knowing. King Nero.
It takes
Said hello Amber.
about an hour.
Future Shark. Said we could be 4 a.m. to 6 a.m.-ish. RLT 78.
It takes about an hour for it to
Never a bride.
kick in. It don't tell me instantly.
Said hey, King Nero. Lauren order. Said scuba. 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 Deborah Warner. Said thank you Bobby I just built myself off the ceiling again LOL you woke me up.
Dang it.
Rick. Said oh Lord have mercy. Mac
Yeah.
Daddy. Said best view of the trash stuck in the fence. Lauren
Yeah.
order. Said aw. Shark attack. Scuba Master. Said me, I am never here, I am your imagination. Chatty Jen. Said hello Bobby and Misfits, I am back again.
Welcome back, Chatty Jen.
Said Scuba. Does that mean popcorn is in my imagination? Me. Said morning Jen. Mark Burns. Said nice sunset colors. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said hiya Chatty J. WB. Smiling face with 3 hearts. King Nero. Said a lot of the hardcore regulars are here now. Lauren order. Said biscuits. 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 MTGC number 9 flag of South Africa. Said Lori G. Are you still here? Lori G. Said Chatty Jen. So Jeetsy. Smiling face with 3 hearts heart hands. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said hey Jen. Soul Dasher Joni. Said are any of us really here? Chatty Jen. Said morning me. Scuba Master. Said no you are covered with popcorn so you can't see me. Chatty Jen. Said hello Susan S. Smiling face with 3 hearts smiling face with 3 hearts smiling face with 3 hearts. Susan S. or Biscuit. Said face blue smiling Lauren. Lori G. Said Joni. Brandon Karstensen. Said hey Phil. Chatty Jen. Said Lori G. Jeetsy. Me. Said LOL Scuba. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said hey Brandon. Low Fidelity All-Star Reject. Said shutting down the choppa LRRR Chatty Jen. Said Lori G. Smiling face with 3 hearts smiling face with 3 hearts smiling face with 3 hearts. Supertruckar not. Said physically yes, mentally I don't think so. Andy C. Said okay, since my fingers got tired, I put the hearts on a macro on my PC. Let's see if this works. Lori G.
You done what now?
Said Bobo I'm here. Saluting face. Deborah Warner. Said yay yay. Scuba Master. Said hello Jen smiling face with 3 hearts people hugging. Mark. Said Bobby does it count the hearts on the side of the screen? Susan S. or Biscuit. Said gotta jump off to get stuff done before bedtime. Have a great evolve.
Biscuit.
Lori G.
If you don't make it in tomorrow, happy birthday, happy birthday.
D.I. Lasso D.O. Said later Susan. Low Fidelity.
Does it count the hearts on the side of the screen? Yeah, that's what they're working on, Mark, because them hearts on the side of the screen.
Said see ya Susan. Lauren order. Said hi low 5. Me. Said have an awesome tomorrow and stuff Susan. WYOBT. said have a fantastic and wonderful B-Day tomorrow, Susan Harthands. Brandon Karstensen, said Andy going high-tech automating the heart presses, LOL rock on. MTGC number 9 flag of South Africa, said have a wonderful night and evening, catch up later. I am injured, right? I was playing soccer today at 2100 hours here, my both legs are hurt very bad. Lori G, said have a good night, birthday girl, Susan. Love you to the moon and back. RLT78, said bye Susan. Low Fidelity All-Star Reject, said hi Lauren Order. Chatty Jen, said Susan S. happy early birthday. I will make it a point to stop in. Low Fidelity All-Star Reject, said it's heart overdrive going on. D.I. Lost
I reckon, man, them things are flying.
Said happy birthday Susan, if I don't see you tomorrow, people hugging. Rick, said Susan happy B-Day to you. MTGC number 9 flag of South Africa, said Lauren. Sapatrokar not, said Andy, years ago I had a small EXE on my computer called Zumouse. It would move the mouse or click it on a timer. Low Fidelity All-Star Reject, said Susan ill sing happy birthday like Cartman. It's your birthday, birthday. Andy C, said Macro, a automated activation button used in World of Warcraft to battle bosses. Makes a continuous action until closed. Patty Rowe, said I'm back, dang the hearts are flying, LOL wish you could see them all, Bobby.
I wished I could.
Deborah Warner, said again happy birthday Susan. Rick,
Welcome back, Patty.
said double drumming Bobby. Steve Knapp,
Double drumming it.
said Susan have a great birthday. Lauren Order, said I need more.
The sun is about to drop down over the horizon. It don't like much.
Said some buds spent the last few days streaming the NFL draft. Wee. 2 days spent watching nitwits pulling names out of a hat. Sheesh.
Dang. Really? Did you really?
Me. Said I got. Here. Lauren Order.
What?
Said dem hearts are flying. James Lesser. Said had another busy day. But hold on, studio apartment in North St. Paul moving sometime in late May. Brandon Karstensen. Said my phone is starting to lag cause I'm hitting the heart button as fast as I can, LOL.
Me gifted out a
Patty
membership.
Rowe.
Thank you.
I'm very shocked at the count of empty.
That
MTGC
is
number 9 flag of South Africa.
awesome.
Said take care Susan S. Daniel D. Said howdy Bobby, you're missing the dust storm here in good old El Paso.
Dang it.
D.I.
I'll
Lasso
be there
Devo.
tomorrow.
Said yay me. Me. Said dang me aim. I'm on fire. CW Your Shark. Said me. Rick. Said nice me. Lauren Order. Said me. Lori G. Said me is awesome. Smiling face with 3 hearts. Mark Burns. Said me is a rather busy bee today. Deborah Warner. Said yay me smiling face with 3 hearts, smiling face with 3 hearts. RLT78. Said nice me. Geo79. Said no win tomorrow hopefully.
Hopefully.
MTGC number 9 flag of South Africa. Said Bobby. Pull out me a window.
Well, that's
Josh
your
C.
window.
Said down in the West Texas town of Old El Paso. Me. Said let me guess. Text me just that.
Was Tex guy in here earlier? He might have left when we shut down.
Buddy Reed.
Yeah, I wished it would. But that's all up to YouTube on that. It don't. I wish it would tell me who all done how many, but
John the Beagle Dad. Said ooh rail fanning. John the Beagle
We're seeing
Dad
if one's passing
said
by.
Houston.
I would have been better off probably a parking spot at two or three parking spots down, but I wouldn't have been able to get in it nose first.
Lauren Order said fluff, 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 fluff. John the Beagle Dad said keep those heart emojis going. Patty Rowe said he does buddy. Soul Dasher Joni said weather for here says no wind tomorrow.
No wind tomorrow.
Hugh Stevenson said howdy y'all.
How
Busy
you
day
doing?
here and ain't over yet.
Not over
Rail
yet.
fan Brian said hi everyone.
Real fan
All
Brian,
is
how
well
you doing?
here in Bakersfield, CA, but it's cold here, lol.
Cold in
I was like
Bakersfield?
62 when it should be nearly 80.
Dang.
Yesterday was like 58 BRRR.
Right.
BH in Bayou City said still approx 470 miles to El Paso. Josh C.
471
said the gorgeous peaks of Texhoma.
to where we're going.
Mark Burns said kind of appropriate for all them hearts being we're camping out in a loves.
Right.
Railfan Brian said I'm good.
So we'll run it till it gets dark on us. Hopefully one train will pass by. I don't know if it's going to, but hopefully. Havers eating bones. Right on.
Me said time for a Santa Rosa or Tucumcari one wheel tomorrow. Railfan Brian said we got some rain here yesterday. Josh C said at least they made up for that tight run to Pueblo.
Right.
CW
right.
Sharp said Bobby 130 car train off tracks near Bingham, Nebraska. Engine stayed on tracks.
Dang.
No known injuries. Josh C said kiss on the cheek for stressing you out. Mark said Bobby we will see trains I might know something. Melvin said I was about to say you don't look active at all. Railfan Brian
Who, I don't look active?
said where are we at currently? Melvin
Texhoma.
said the track don't look active.
Oh. Well, I mean, we've just been sitting here 20 minutes.
Eric 719 said these tracks are active.
Yeah, we passed a couple of trains today. Coming
Josh
down
C
through here.
said you should one wheel to Texas, Bobby.
Right. One wheel across the state line. One wheel from Oklahoma to Texas.
Patty Rowe said are you done for the night, Bobby?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm done
Scuba
driving.
Master said me go put your ear to the track and listen. Josh C said you're literally 1,000 feet from the border. Josh C said do it TTT. Duck duck go fast. Said I thought we were going to Vaughn, New Mexico and double the population there. Mark
Dang it.
said Bobby I think these are tracks that come east from Clovis I think.
Yeah.
Hugh Stevenson said sad to see how trash the truck stop parking lots are nowadays.
I know, right?
CW Sharp said BNSF officials arriving on scene, at least half-mile wide tornado. Supertruck car not. Said why not Bobby, you've done Tennessee to Georgia lol.
Yeah, I
BH
have.
in Bayou City said at this truck stop it looks like Other Godfather's Pizza, Chester's Chicken, or Subway for dinner.
Right.
Mark Burns said that round trip should be about 5 minutes if you're in Texhoma. Patty Rowe said are you that close to the US border, Bobby?
Nah, the Texas border. Tomorrow I'll be that close to the U.S. border. I've rode the one wheel to the Mexican border. I have done that. I just stopped before I didn't cross the border. I should have, but I didn't.
Patty Rowe. Said the border wall is now a U.S. base. Soul Dasher Joni. Said need a passport for that. BH in Bayou City. Said on Tuesday Bobby will be monitoring the U.S. border LOL.
You don't need a passport to go over. I think you just need it to come back, right?
In Mexico, that would be interesting.
Yeah, it would. I don't know. I'd be scared to do that.
Brandon
That'd be scary,
Karstensen
man.
Said tracks are part of Union Pacific Pratt subdivision, runs between Hutchinson, Kansas and Dalhart, Texas. Scuba Master. Said Bobby one wheel to the border to place his order. Andy C. Said okay, the macro shuts down when I type. Josh
it
C.
shuts down when you type.
Said only if he does the whole thing in a yellow tint. Breaking Bobby. Daniel D. Said Bobby, the weather should be nice here in El Paso tomorrow. Mr. Jeremiah Scroggins. Said he'd be nervous just watching that. CW Sharp. Said Bobby would be walking back.
Probably, yeah.
Relic Robert.
Probably.
Said good night Bobby, catch you later.
Alright, Robert, appreciate you stopping in and hanging
Said
out.
gonna go do chores and
We'll
stuff.
catch you next time around.
Y'all have a great morning and stuff.
Alright, me, appreciate
nice.
you stopping in and hanging out. We'll catch you next time around.
Mark Burns. Said where I used to work, all the trees would catch all the discarded plastic grocery bags that the wind blew in. LOL, it did look kinda festive at times.
Look what the
Soul
wind
Dasher
blew
Joni.
in.
Said by me. Mr. Jeremiah Scroggins. Said Bobby riding burros.
Burros? What kind of burros?
RLT78. Said by me. Don Martin. Said sweet dreams, Road King. Rest up for tomorrow. May the algorithm bless you.
I know.
WYOBT.
Maybe.
Said have a great night me. Scuba Master. Said hits me in back of head with popcorn.
Dang it, man.
Brandon Karstensen. Said burro, term for donkey.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Laura
right,
G.
gotcha.
Said good night me.
I'm slow. I'm slow. Come on, train. Lord have mercy.
Andy C. Said burrito equals little donkey.
Little
Chatty
donkey.
Jen. Said good night everyone. I will stop in tomorrow.
Alright, Chatty Jim, appreciate you stopping in and
BH
hanging
in
out.
Bayou
Catch you
City.
next time around.
Said definitely a pretty sunset.
Yeah, no
Mark
doubt.
Burns. Said attention all misfits, me has left the building. Patty
Me
Rowe.
has left the building.
Said burro equals donkey, so why is a burrito something we eat? Melvin. Said see you all later.
Alright, Melvin,
Lori
appreciate you
G.
stopping in and hanging out.
Said
Catch
good
you
night
next time
Jen, it was
around.
great to see you. Scuba Master. Said back to the floor I go. Patty Rowe. Said night all, Bobby, sleep well. BH in Bayou City.
Alright, Patty,
Said
appreciate
maybe
you
the
stopping in
trains
and
are
hanging
still
out.
back at the Dodge City Station,
Catch you next
LOL.
time around. Well, the Dodge City trains, those was being SFs.
Desert Rat. Said Patty search it, interesting story the burrito name. CW Sharp. Said do not press for details Patty. James Lesser. Said 125th Anniversary National Hobo Convention Brit Iowa early August FYI. Andy C.
Yeah.
Said donkeys Caride pack.
I
A
won't be.
burrito is a small package.
The thing about that is I'll be on the southern runs. I can't run up through there in August.
Geo79. Said this rail line runs to El Paso TX. Mr. Jeremiah Scroggins. Said what was the drink you had at the museum in Dodge City?
Sarsaparilla.
It was a non-alcoholic drink. Sarsaparilla.
James Lesser said that's right. Bobby runs southern states only in summer months.
Yeah.
Patty Rowe said thank God burrito is a package. LOL thanks Andy. Desert Rat said a Mexican man started making burritos. Mark Burns said James Lesser makes me think of our missing amigo, Hobo Shoestring. Andy C said made from the sassafras root. Brandon Karstensen
Made from the sassafras root?
said oh
Yeah.
sarsaparilla, haven't had any of that in a long time. An authentic one from Dodge City too to top it. BH in Bayou City said I often confuse my sarsaparilla with sopapillas LOL. CW Sharp said Geo, where does that rail line run through Bingham, Nebraska? MR Jeremis Croggins said that's it, couldn't remember that one. Dang copyright on that stream. Desert Rat.
Yeah, I got copyrighted
said
on
the
it, but I
soul
also
was on a
went back
small
and cleared it. I cleared that copyright off that stream. Right there where I got the sarsaparilla, that and right there where the white buffalo is at, that was the two spots that got me copyrighted. But I was able to mute those spots.
Desert Rat said people started calling them burritos.
Burrito.
Vigo said we got wins here in Phoenix. MR Jeremis Croggins said oh nice. Mark Burns said Bobby, bet the minute you close up shop, they'll be running them all night.
Probably will. I've had that happen before.
Patty Rowe said nice to know I wasn't eating donkey when I ate burritos. Brandon Karstensen said usually how they do it, run trains at night, do maintenance during the day.
Yeah.
Desert Rat said there is a pic of the man and his donkey online. Geo79 said see the dust plumb out there.
Over there.
Railfan Brian said up runs a lot at night here too.
Oh man. Lord have mercy. So how many miles did we run today? 425. That's a lot better than 600, man, I tell you what.
Brandon Karstensen said I can't believe some of the lengths they run. Some in my area reach 1,000 axles or more. Railfan Brian said but we did get up 1,988 the Katy unit earlier today, but I missed it. Mark Burns said lots of good Mexican places here near Chicago. Amazing number have donkeys all over their signs.
Come eat the donkey.
think one's going to come down through here until right after we shut down.
Rick said, doesn't look it. Patty Rowe said, thanks for the view of the sunset, Bobby.
You are welcome. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate it.
Mac Daddy said, choo-choo train coming maybe-ish.
Maybe it's coming.
BH in Bayou City said, maybe the train engineers just like driving better in the dark.
It's a possibility. It's a big old possibility.
Patty Rowe said, I wondered if we were waiting on something.
Well, everybody, not everybody, but some in here is wanting to try to break this morning's record for the
Mark Burns
47,000 hearts.
said US 287 south of Springfield, Colorado parallels a BNSF main line between Pueblo and Dallas-Fort Worth.
So I'm
Amazing train
giving
traffic on that one.
giving the opportunity for that to happen. But while we're doing that, sitting and waiting for a train, maybe a train will pass by.
Geo79 said, trains aren't on a schedule, they get here when they get here.
That's it.
Deborah Warner said, it is a beautiful view. Rick
It's pretty
said, we
good.
already did it.
You think we already done it? It's a possibility.
Rick said, yepers.
Well, if we already beat it, we beat it also in record time because the earlier stream was 5 hours and something minutes. This one's just been 3 hours and 40 minutes so far.
Patty Rowe said, Rick's fingers are bleeding, LOL. BH in Bayou City said, unfortunately truckers can't say they're not on schedule. They have to get from Key Pinta to Point B in X hours.
Yeah.
Lauren Order said, my fingers are bleeding as well, LMAO. Rick said, my hand says yes.
It says yes.
Scuba Master said, if record not broken, a few fingers are. WYOBT said, my son has helped a lot today too.
Heck yeah.
Andy
Thank
C.
you, thank you, thank you,
said,
BT
I'm
son.
sitting back watching the heart fly with the macro. Patty Rowe said, Tapper's cramp.
Tapper's cramp.
BH in Bayou City said, good thing we're at a truck stop, maybe they carry bandages for all y'all's fingers, LOL.
Right.
Lori G said, BT, that's so cool.
Well, heck, y'all.
WYOBT. Said, who can I call in sick tomorrow with tapper's cramp? LOL.
Calling
Mark
in sick with
Burns
tapper's
Said,
cramp.
keep thinking of this strange tune from the 80s. They keep singing I Wanna Bix a Cowboy. Andy C. Said, corn dog sticks makes good splints. Gary Watson said, LOL, looked like it was blowing coal. Deborah Warner
Looked like it was
said,
blowing
when I was
coal.
out there at the park and it was a beautiful view and I sure loved it knowing about nature and what God has given us. Lori G. said, face blue smiling BT. Geo79 said, Taco Bell runoffs. Scuba Master said, I have tourniquets and bandages of all sizes.
Tourniquets.
Patty Rowe said, eat the corn dog first, Andy. Mark
Eat the
Burns
corn dog first.
said, be a cowboy. Sheesh. Andy C. said, Roland Cole. Rick said, WYO, you think we good? James Lesser said, shared both streams on my Facebook page for today.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do appreciate that.
WYOBT said, hoping.
How many do you think we got? How many taps do you
Dennis
think we'll finish
McCannish
with?
Said, hi, Amber. Carl Johnson said, employee turns in workman's comp claim. Medical said, what did you do? I sprained my finger hitting the heart button all day on our G screen. Lori G.
Dang it.
said, hi, Dennis. Soul Dasher Joni said, I love my cat, but dang sure hate when she crawls all over me. Geo79 said, 45,000. Gary Watson said, 6. Gary
6.
Watson said, LOL. Rick said, over 60,000. WYOBT said, 53K. Dennis McCannish said, hi, Lori. Rick said, Gary LOL. Amber said, hi, Dennis, hand pink waving. Mark said, hi, Amber. EH in Bayou City said, 5 quadrillion.
5 quadrillion.
Mark said, 50K. Scuba Master said, make the cat hit the heart button.
Braden.
Amber said, Mark.
Member, hobo.
James Lesser
Dedicated
said,
hobo member.
435 thumbs up.
Dedicated
on
hobo
stream.
Misfits for a month.
WYOBT
Thank you, thank you, thank
said,
you.
P.S. I'm a really bad guest.
That is awesome, Braden.
Said, hey, Braden. Rick said, done, we are good.
It's not over till the last half.
Braden Duckstra said, hey, Lori. EH in Bayou City said, Braden looked a lot like Clint Eastwood, LOL.
He did, didn't he?
WYOBT said, yay, misfit, Braden. Mark Burns said, Joni, I've got 2 100-pound Samoyeds. 1 crack of thunder, and they turn back into pups and insist on crawling into the bed. Super not. Said, Streaks by Amber with a full moon, LOL. WYOBT said, eek, we have lightning here too.
Is it lightning? Here or there?
Braden Duckstra said, Clint Eastwood, yeah, I get that a lot.
You get that a lot. It's pretty good.
WYOBT said, here in Che Town. SC Nightski said, wow, I stepped away about 30 minutes. Didn't think the stream would still be running. Did I miss a train?
No, I was hoping one would pass by while we sit here. But, it's not. That's why I pulled in nose first. That way, if any
CW
did.
Sharp said, good job, Braden. Mark Burns said, hi, Plains Duxtra. Geo79 said they used to have Plentywood days in Tucumcari no more. Me said, I'm told I'm pretty and lot. Amber said, super streetcar.
Super streaker. Super
BH in
streaker.
Bayou City said, Bobby will nod off to sleep, then the first passing train will scare the jeepers out of him, lol.
Nah, I probably
Trucking
won't
with
even hear it.
Callahan said, Geo79
Trucking with Callahan, how you doing? I probably won't never even hear him, man.
SC Nightski said, 5 minutes after you shut down the stream, a train will go by.
Oh yeah,
Amber
that's a definite.
said, hi, Callahan. WYOBT said, lol me, we had to refer to you earlier as Pigtails me and Pretty me. Super are not. Said, my avatar is streaking Bobby. Geo79
Your avatar is streaking.
said, and Longmire was filmed in those parts in Tucson. Trucking with Callahan said, Amber. Lori G said, Supertruckar. Brandon Karstensen said, if he's anything like me, the sound of a train horn and engine rumble will help put you to sleep, lol.
Dang it.
Andy C said, Streakers was a fad back in the late 70s. Mark Burns said, especially if they hit the air horns as they go by the love stop. Me
Yeah, they probably
said,
don't.
dang, I missed that. Geo79 said, not Tucson Tucumcari. Kevin Towler said, hi, trucking with Callahan. Trucking with Callahan said, massive tornado outbreak about to happen in Nebraska. Mark said, hi, trucking with Callahan. Trucking with Callahan said, Kevin Towler. Trucking with Callahan said, Mark. Patty Rowe said, come on, punch that heart button. Andy C said, SSSSH, the trash is moving, I think it's alive.
Uh-oh.
Scuba Master said, me, you missed 10 trains, 4 camels and a goat.
10 trains, 4 camels, and a goat.
Geo79 said, NM had a few tornado S yesterday, no damage. Trucking with Callahan said, what chat reader do you use?
Her name's Meg.
James Lesser said, have a nice evening. See you tomorrow.
I've got a robot sitting over here in the passenger seat. She reads it off for me. It's an AI bot. She costed 300 and was it how much? I forget how much she costed. She was expensive though.
Rick said, LOL Bobby. Amber said, Bobby. CW Sharp said, congrats on your new studio, James, sleep well. Mark Burns said, Geo, not much an NM for them to run into. Kind of like Wyoming. Lori G said, Ragtown. Trucking with Callahan said, okay. Free chat reader is just as effective. Andy C
on that.
said, Meg the Mouth. He also has Megan to monitor his speed. Rick said, you can get her twin sister plus shipping and Master said, and Orson does her spell checking.
Exactly.
WYOBT. Said, hey now Mark. Brandon Karstensen. Said, oops, train emergency in my state now. Sounds like one split in two, broke a coupler.
Uh-oh.
Simple fix thankfully. Braden Duckstra. Said, Meg is high maintenance.
Yeah, she is. Real high maintenance. She gets aggravated sometimes and does silent treatments. She leaves the truck when I go in to do something.
Mark Burns. Said, sorry WYO. Just saying it's kind of sparse population-wise. WYOBT. Said, and if you hit the heart 80 times in the next 2 minutes, free shipping. Patty Rowe. Said, that sky is beautiful. Deborah Warner.
It does look
Said
good,
the
doesn't
name
it?
of the truck when I go into WoW, so she does WoW. WYOBT. Said he just joking with ya.
Ain't no joke. Man, you're sitting over here in the passenger seat. My
NBC.
peg leg.
Said Meg requires dry cleaning, no water. Rick. Said Meg has a peg leg and she loves to get on the trailer. Deborah Warner. Said so she falls and has an attitude, LOL.
Yes, she does.
Gary Watson. Said she did start telling everyone to shut up one night. Geo79. Said she don't kick tires. Rick.
She does kick tires.
Said and she screws jokes up a lot.
Yes, she does. Well, I just don't think a train's gonna come by until I shut this stream down.
CW Sharp. Said Meg did not know Bobby had a truck full of tattletales to tell on her when Bobby leaves. Kevin Towler. Said, hey Bobby, what truck stop are you at? Low Fidelity, All-Star
I'm
Region.
out of love.
Said, but she can fly a choppa. Scuba Master. Said Meg kicks circuit boards.
Right.
Me.
Circuit board?
Said, dang. What does Raptor see in Meg?
I don't know. YouTube hid your comment, Patty.
Geo79. Said
Is
if
the
it's
reason why you
close, it
didn't
will
hear it.
light up the mess off.
If YouTube hides your comment, then that's why you don't hear it.
Low Fidelity, All-Star Reject. Said, are we going through Santa Rosa or on further south?
Yeah, Santa Rosa, I think.
WYOBT. Said and tried to start a car GGR. Scuba Master.
Yeah, Santa Rosa.
Said more power, me. Patty Rowe. Said sorry I wanted Meg to say it. Andy C. Said well, I'm off to the interwebs.
Alright, Andy, appreciate you stopping in and hanging out with us next
Rick.
time around.
Said LOLWYO. Low Fidelity, All-Star Reject. Said okay, I like that one, WYO LOL. Deborah Warner. Said dial the car's going nuts, right, it's not starting, LOL. Scuba Master. Said GRR tick tick tick. Buddy Reed. Said I need a break. Rob Chapman. Said clouds moving fast.
Oh, that looks like a face staring
said
at
this
us.
is Meg. SHH. Andy C. Said hope that macro helped. John the Beagle
Thank you,
Dad
thank you, thank you.
said hey guys. Geo79 said that sounds like a long Ari biscuit. Lori G said hi John the Beagle Dad.
Alright, y'all, I don't think a train's gonna come while we've got the streamer rolling. I just don't.
Deborah Warner said no, that is a beautiful looking sky.
It is.
Rick
We'll sit here and look at it for a
said
few
yes
more
Bobby,
minutes.
I see it. WYOBT said how did Prism do it? Shh. Brandon Carstensen said forgetting the classic belt squeal when the
However
car
you
is
did
starting
it,
up
you
to
got it that
LOL.
time because
Mark
she done it
Burns
right.
said two big eyes in the clouds. Low Fidelity All-Star Reject said the Oklahoma Panhandle has unique weather for sure. BH in Bayou City said yes, I see those eyes off in the distance. Patty Rowe said that does look like a face staring at us. Rick said evil eyes. CW Shark said the eye of Texas are upon you, Bobby.
Oh man.
Low Fidelity All-Star Reject said Bobby, the minute you turn off the camera, all kinds of triple stack trains will go back and forth.
Triple stacks. Right.
WYOBT said shucks LOL. Scuba Master said I remember the face in the dark cloud when you came to Monroe. Rick said Bobby, rest up, he'll catch you when you start up, thank you.
Alright.
Soul Dasher Jones
Appreciate stopping in, hanging
said,
out,
I
and
wonder
thanks for
if
taking
there's a way
part.
to
And
check if there's a train coming. Low
we'll
Fidelity
catch you next time
All-Star
around.
Reject said Triple Stack set a Vegas show on one of the cars. Brandon Carstensen said shish. Steve Knapp said Bobby, have a good restful night. See ya tomorrow. Night all. Geo79 said see ya next time. WYOBT said great job today, Rick. Patty Rowe said adios. Lori G said good night everyone. Rick said
Man, that is a pretty sky though. Chat, you are done.